G'day guys, my name is Joe. I run Encounter Terrain. A lot of people have been asking me what sort of foam I use. That's probably the most common question, and how I cut it and how I deal with it. What I use is this. This is a type of housing insulation foam. It comes in large sheets. I've obviously cut it down fairly small. It is called PIR foam. It is not XPS foam. It is similar. It is a building product, but they are two very different types of foam. This one you cannot cut with a hot wire cutter. I don't use a hot wire cutter. I know a lot of people do, which is why a lot of people use XPS foam. I use this. It comes with a silver protective layer, which you can just pull off like this. I will now show you how I cut this, how I shape it, how I glue it together, and you will see how easy it is to get something like this to look really, really good. Alrighty, so first things first, equipment-wise, you can use anything. I use this as my primary cutting knife. It is from my kitchen. That there, in case you're wondering, I cut myself and didn't have any band-aids. So that is a piece of duct tape with a tissue. First things first, protective layer comes off. Now, this stuff cuts super easy, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it into a smaller section first, just to show you how this cuts and snaps. Basically, thin cut, and snap. Simple as that. Once you have your small, manageable piece that you want to use, it is literally as simple as take your knife and start to cut in at a 45-degree angle from the side, and rock your hand up and down as you're cutting through, like this. As far as knife safety is concerned, always obviously cut away from you, never towards you. May seem obvious, but some people have cut their thumbs off. Super straightforward. Now I will go on and just quickly do the rest of it. Super simple. Now, once you're at this stage, what I like to do is a technique which I call the dig and snap, because literally you dig your knife in and snap it off. Simple as that. Dig, snap, take it on this corner, dig, snap, dig, snap, dig, snap. Come in here on the side, dig, snap, dig, snap. And all you want to do is remove the square shape. What I like to do to give my pieces a bit of variation is I will take out some really large chunks from one of the corners like this. And usually from one or two of the sides. So let's just take that out there. Do a bit of rocking forwards and backwards there. Lovely. Take off this edge here until we're left with something like that. Then basically just go around, have a look. Wherever it doesn't look just the way you want it to, just go take off some edges. Now, all of these off-cut little bits can get kept. They make perfect little scatter rocks and extra character bits for your model. You may want a little chunk taken out there, a little miniature Pride Rock style thing that we can put on after. But a lot of people have asked me how I dig out for my resin channels. It is literally as simple as dig your knife in and do some little slices around, just like that. I'll come in now from the other side, dig it in, and just snap it. And now stairs, which I usually put in all of them, is as simple as, let's cut straight in this way. And then down from the top where you want your first stair to be. And I'm aware that this sounds horrendous, which is why I do it here and not at home, because my wife hates that sound. I'll cut in, down from the top, and snap it out. Once you've got your stairs, just scuff them up a bit, because let's pretend that these were made by, I don't know, let's say goblins. Let's say that they've just done a rough job of them, and the rougher they are, the better the texture is going to look once they get painted. Lovely. Now, before I got into scenery building, I was a carpenter for 16 years. Now, this stuff I use all the time, or used to use all the time at work, and now use all the time for work again. This is called Mitafast. It is a 2-part super glue. One side is the spray, one side is the actual glue. You can't use this stuff on a lot of foam because it melts it. It doesn't melt PIR foam, which is why I love this foam. And this is how it works. Cool. Alright, so what we want to do is, I'm going to take my glue, I'm going to put it underneath, obviously, the piece that I want to stick down. I'm going to use a little bit more than you really need, but I'm just going to put that down all the way over. Do this in a well-ventilated area, or wear a mask, or just accept the fact that it stinks, and it's not the greatest stuff in the world to breathe in. Then you take your spray, spray it where you want this to go. So let's say I want this over here. Wait 2 or 3 seconds for it to dry. And then your glue, let's stick this this way. Hold that down for a second, and there we are. That is now stuck on good. That's not going anywhere, ready to be cut, painted. So let's say you want to blend that in a bit. Let's